got a schedule, sir. I'm gonna pin my leaves on before I'm 28. I'm gonna have my eagles before I'm 32. When I'm 38, I'm gonna have a star. Maybe two. General Alfred, by God Olivetti. That's my schedule, sir.
Very proper schedule, Al. Very proper indeed. Just like an express train. And you'll do it, too. You'll do it because you got the coal and you got the steam. But watch out for those fucking block signals.
Well, how do you mean, sir?
Well, did you ever ask yourself, Al, why, after 2 wars and a bucket full of medals, I'm still a major?
Well, I wasn't gonna ask that, sir.
Booze and pudenda. Well, I can handle the booze all right. But it was the pudenda that got me.
I don't know that word, sir.
Well, in politer circles, I think they call it pussy. Don't laugh, son. Listen, in the Pentagon, there's a secret vault, and nobody has the key but the chief of staff. Wears it around his neck. And in that vault is a list of names of officers who are not gentlemen. Now, anytime an officer comes up for promotion, the chief steals into that vault and runs down the list. If the officer's name is on that list, zap. No promotion. I'm on that list. I'm not a gentleman. Oh, I was once, yes. But there's a certain general. I won't tell you his name or how many stars he wears. But I was his aide for a while, right after moving up to major. He had a wife, some 20 years younger than he. And I guess he wasn't up to snuff in the conjugal department. Because it wasn't long before I found myself being groped. But I was a gentleman, Al. And this was my general's lady. And I tried to be courteous and remain upright at all times. But shit. How long can a fellow remain upright when he's being crawled all over every time the general goes out to take a pee or something? Not long, right? Well, finally I screwed her. Big mistake, Al. Big mistake. I thought I'd cool her off some, but it turned out that I got hooked. She was the hottest thing I ever had in all my life.
Wow.
Thereafter, I found myself humping her on any and every occasion in all fashions known to man. And one night, there was a big to-do at an embassy in Washington. And I accompanied the general and his lady. Very prestigious affair. Even the president was there. And while the general was brown-nosing around the president, the lady and I slipped out into the garden. You know what a gazebo is? Well, it's a big bird cage piece of junk that sits in gardens, covered with rose vines. The lady and I slipped quietly into this dark little bower, as she sat with her back to the door while I remained standing, keeping a sharp lookout all around. Whereupon she proceeded to make love to me, orally. Well, as you well know, there comes a time in the sexual encounter when a fella is apt to lose interest in the surroundings, which is precisely what I was guilty of doing. And when things swam into focus, the first thing I saw was the general, standing in the arch, pink roses all around his old gray head. And next to him was the ambassador's wife, and you know who.
The president?
Of the United States, on a tour of the embassy gardens.
Jesus H. Christ.
There are stronger words for that situation, Al. Like gee whiz, and oh gosh, and golly. Because the lady with her back to the door didn't know they were there. And she had not yet ceased operations. And that's why, after all these years, I'm still a major.
What'd you do?
Do?
When you saw him standing there?
I did the only thing I've ever been trained to do. I saluted.